Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the group exhibit Hydrogen Fuel Cells Europe here at the Hanover Fairground. I'm also welcoming all our online guests, so I'm saying ciao, bonjour, buenos dias, annyeonghaseyo, ni hao, konnichiwa. Ooh, lots of languages, but we are an international fair. We are here at this fair with 270 plus exhibitors from more than 20 countries. So yeah, I had to learn some languages to be qualified as a moderator here. My name is Mona. I'm the interviewing person for this interview. Salzgitter is a city in Germany, in Lower Saxony, where Hanover is also located. This is not for Hanover, Lower Saxony people only. This is for everyone. So invite everyone who is standing around to come and have a seat. There's free drinks, so please come inside. I know it's very crowded at this moment. Have a really relaxed atmosphere. Yes, please come inside. Wonderful, wonderful. So the title of the presentation is H2 Field Test in Salzgitter, Transformation in the Heart of Lower Saxony. I'm promising right now we're going to talk about so much more than that. Please welcome with me on stage the technical plant manager Salzgitter from Robert Bosch Electronic, Mr. Michael Gensicke, and also professor for fuel cell and battery processes from Fraunhofer IST, Mrs. Sabrina Zellmer. Welcome.
Hi.
Michael,
Hi.
welcome.
Hi.
Nice to have you here. Come, please have a seat. And you brought a present. Thank you so much. That looks lovely.
It's for you.
We talk about this a bit later.
Yes, so I'm curious what this is. Maybe some of the audience know what that is, or maybe can already make a guess here at the Hydrogen and Fuel Cell Fair. But let's introduce you. Why are you here?
Yeah, not in my normal job, I would say, because I'm a technical plant manager, so my daily routine is quality, production. So this is what I normally do. But today we talk about the hydrogen campus in Salzgitter.
Exactly. And what do you usually do?
Yeah, so I'm typically working for Fraunhofer in the Technical University in Braunschweig. But in the hydrogen campus, it's more like a research, partner, networking. Yeah, and I'm here because everybody is here to bring hydrogen in the different applications and to decarbonize some things. And so that's what we want to do. And we want to do it with you in Salzgitter.
Exactly, and this is quite interesting. We had a pre-chat, so I hope we have enough time to talk about everything that we touched upon before. So let's jump right into the topic. You already mentioned the Hydrogen Campus Salzgitter. How can I imagine a hydrogen campus?
Yeah, I mean, everything is in the name of campus, because campus means we have to come together with some different partners. And in our region, we have a lot of partners which have strong background in hydrogen, like Salzgitter steel plant, or even Alstom, they built hydrogen trains. And of course, Bosch, yeah, we have also a strong background in hydrogen. Therefore, we have a lot of partners, but I only mention few because the partners itself, we hadn't had so far any politicians, and we had also not science together. So the campus idea was to bring all the parties together and then basically to create an ecosystem for hydrogen.
Oh, so meaning that you were gathering knowledge, you were gathering industry player, politicians,
yep,
and then all brought them together. But how can I physically imagine this campus? Is it like an area? Is it a meeting of people? What is it?
Yeah, it's nothing virtual. We are on location, and the location of the campus is basically in our plant and the Bosch plant.
I see, and that is in Salzgitter.
Yeah.
Do you also have applications such as fuel cell systems or anything there or test equipment at the campus?
Yeah, I mean the overall target for the campus is really to reduce the CO2 emission. This is really the main task. So hydrogen is just one topic in this campus. Yes, it's a focus topic, but what we do there is we have already known technology. For example, in our plant, we had before natural gas for our heat pass in the plant, and we changed to district heating. which means we exchange that part. So district heating, as you all know, it's a topic, a technology which is 60 years on the market and longer. So this is there. And we have also photovoltaic. We built our own field of photovoltaic on our ground, but it's a known technology. So, and you asked what is else there, we also put fuel cells in our manufacturing plant. And this is something new. You all know a plant which is running 24/7 and want to transform in technology or in energy, we have to do it really smart. Otherwise, we can't stop the plant and replant the site new. That means we have to incorporate the fuel cells into our manufacturing area, in our energy center, and we did this. We had 2 times 5 fuel cell packs located in our area, and they generate now energy and heat.
Wow, so you as a plant manager, how reluctant were you to this change?
Yeah, I mean,
going towards a more green direction.
Yeah, all right. I mean, the company is going green. Yeah, Bosch, you all know that, fully committed to go green. But we have yearly targets. We have to reduce 1.7 terawatt per year, which is a huge target worldwide. And every site, and we have over 400 sites, they have to contribute. So you ask, what's the motivation? A target is a motivation, clear. But then if it comes to projects, you have to motivate your team on site. Because my facility management, when they heard first time that they have to do, or that I want to introduce fuel cells into the plant, they were rather scared than excited, I would say.
So they were rather scared than excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's call it scared. But I'm actually, so this is, I think, something that a lot of industry players are facing right now, that the technology is already there. So we are not here in the 1990s where hydrogen was an idea, or using hydrogen as an energy carrier was a utopia. We already reached a qualitative market level. So I understand that others are also in a position like you, that some were reluctant to change. And also, if I already have efficient plant running, why should I then settle for hydrogen?
Yeah, I mean, you have to decarbonize. The targets are clear set by society, by law, and we have to reduce. And this is the tricky bit, and this is what we really recognized in the campus. Because not every plant or manufacturing plant can now start from scratch and gain their own knowledge, because then we are too slow.
Yeah.
And this is also the reason why we coupled up with partners in the campus.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I mentioned few partners, big companies like Alstom, like MAN, like a steel plant, but also Fraunhofer Institute. Because very interesting for us, because when you want to do one improvement on one side, this is one thing. But if you want to scale it up and split this information to other sites,
Yes.
then you need partners to share this information in the
Yes.
industry.
And what I like about your project, your transformation, is that you gained the knowledge and you didn't only say, oh, let's just put fuel cells in our plant, but also using the heat. So it's kind of thinking of the ecosystem. So this is the Bosch project. I'm curious about other partners that you're working with together, and maybe you can also give some insights.
Yes, so on the one hand side, we're using all the insights we're looking together with Bosch, because it's also like a model for the factory. So if you have a factory in the south of Germany, for example, there are some other possibilities, like locations you maybe couldn't use wind, but you want to use PV, so then you can use the model we're working together on, and then you can also have a look how to decarbonize your factory based on this model.
How does it exactly work? So let's say I'm a large car manufacturer from southern Germany.
Yes.
And I want to decarbonize one of my factories.
Yes, so please call me. No. So first of all, yes, so there will be a meeting, so then we will show you the model. We will have a look at the different scenarios. So it depends on the storage technologies you want to use on the location, how your factory is running. So when are your members at work, for example? Are they working on the weekend? And so on. everything of this information can be implemented in the model. And so then we can have a look on the technical, also ecologic and economic aspects, how it's the best way to run for you. And so we tried this model on the factory of Michael to validate it and to find out how it's going on. Because also for them it's important that it's not only environmental important, also ecological and economical.
And there's also, the other E word, economical.
Yes.
So can you also do calculations?
Yes.
Because to be honest with you, leaders of the industry, representative of the industry, when making a decision, it's not about not only about the energy efficiency, but also about the cost efficiency. Some people are smiling and nodding, so I guess when you're making a decision, you need to take that into consideration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though I wish it wasn't the only factor.
No, but you're right, and it's really the case. Everyone knows that price for energy is increasing. So for a plant like mine, I have to keep this in mind because costs are increasing. So you have to use your energy, which is available, more efficient, and you have to find a way that you do not always use a peak system of energy, that you balance it better, that you have less effort to get the energy from your neighbors, so to say, and then also pay less costs for that because all the peaks are costs. So you need a smart system which is balanced out.
So Sabrina, what if I'm not a large manufacturer from southern Germany? What if I'm just genuinely interested? Maybe say I'm part of the German Mittelstand, which are small and medium-sized companies, and I still have interested. I've heard of hydrogen, I've heard of fuel cells, and I'm interested, but I don't have funding and I don't have the capacity to do all the research. Can I still approach you? Or is it just for large companies? I'm just asking frankly.
So it's open, so everybody can participate to our campus. The idea is to work with you together on your problems or so on. Have a look how maybe the funding can get from the government, for example.
So you have knowledge regarding government funding as well?
Yes, of course.
And this is important. I mean, you all know when you're normally in charge of a manufacturing site, the jungle of government funding you're not aware of. At least you have not a deep insight. You need partners which have much more knowledge about this system, who you can approach, by when you can them approach, what's the system about it, what's the documentation about it. So this is a lot of a big help for us because, it's always a topic. If you have new investment, you look for certain funding because the investments are normally high. Not for these little babies, but they are at least existing, and we have to do something.
So I do have another question. It sounds great, though. So for a greenfield project, I think it's much more easy to ramp up a project and get the government funding. But then for existing power plants, I wonder if there's also support from your side. You already mentioned your project. It was already existing power plant, transforming it and decarbonizing it. So I'm basically just asking you to encourage those with existing power plants. What are the factors that they need to consider if they want to approach you?
So so it's different, I would say. So it depends a little bit on your idea, what you want to do. And so first of all, if you, for example, want to build the factory completely from the scratch, it's also possible to use this model, for example, looking at the different technologies. So we can also include the other partners from the campus because they are, for example, experts in other technologies like MAN, for example, or also the other partners from the steel company. And so then we want to have a look at your problem together and how to reach it and what we can do. And so you can also have a look at the factory, how it's working, discussing with the people, using the education programs to work with your members together, have a look how the technology can be implemented in your factories.
It's nice. It sounds like you really thought about what we right now need in the industry. Is there any question from a potential customer or from somebody in the audience right now? All right, so I will continue with my questions. So I would like to know from you what is required for a successful ramp up of the hydrogen economy.
Yeah, I think one thing I mentioned is really the jungle of governmental funding. Yeah, because there are a lot of, let's say, programs running, and if you're an industry partner, you always have to reach out for the right contact. As I said, for us, Fraunhofer is an ideal partner because they know what's going on the market and they have experience with other projects. So for us, it's ideal. And I can only recommend to other partners in the industry, couple up, don't go through the same learning curve in all sites. It takes too long. And this is something we don't have. So therefore, this is definitely something.
So I think it's necessary to have the network, because within our networks, there are experts from different fields. Because if you want to decarbonize your factory, you also need the renewable energies, all the other applications around. And with such like this network, it's much faster to do all these things and to ramp up, right?
Yes, and I think everything is there.
Yes.
Right? The hydrogen can be produced already. We have several companies having fuel cells. By the way, should we reveal what this is?
Oh yeah, so that's basically in the size of 1:8 or the scale, so 8 times bigger. That's a fuel cell, a stationary fuel cell. We can't do a deep dive here, even if I would like to do that. Just a couple of meters from here in booth C16, you get all the details. You get the whole package, what scalable it is. It's really good. This, as I mentioned before, when we built it in our factory, we have now 10 units of these implemented. They're running full steam. They're running very excellent. And a couple of years, we had nothing. So definitely, they're running currently on natural gas, but they're H2 ready. So if H2 is really, or hydrogen is really available in the scale as we need it, we can simply fill it within and finally run it 100% on hydrogen. The important thing, and I mentioned that to so many partners in the industry, you do not have to wait, or you can't wait until the hydrogen is available. Because investments are coming in a plant. For example, I had the challenge, I had to invest in my power plant on site, and I have to decide, do I go with another natural gas boiler, so to say, or do I go to district heating? This is a lifetime investment you got to do. And you have to put the right time in place. And the same is for fuel cells. I mean, you can scale them later on. But if you wait until everything is ready, you miss out 2 or 3 years of the implementation time. By now, it's much quicker. We know that. But to learn and to train your facility management on that, it takes also a couple of months.
That is a very important point. Change management is a huge topic in the field I work. So I think you are 100% right. You basically just said we have a fuel cell. You currently run it not on hydrogen yet, but you're ready, so you can make the switch immediately. And you're ready. You're prepared. You're ready. And I think you said you can help others to get ready. So, Sabrina, who should come and talk to you? Also, like I'm trying to help you because some maybe don't even know yet that they should talk to you and missing out on a great opportunity on the hydrogen campus. So let us know who should come to you. What questions do these kind of people have that should come and ask you?
So I think you can have different questions. So on the one hand side, there's something to train you to find out what's hydrogen, how to use it. It's for everybody. So there are school classes, all the people living in our region can come to inform you to find out what's going on. On the other hand side, more like experts. So like people like Michael, for example, who wants to implement such like technologies in their plant, factory process, so on.
Yes.
They can also come to have a look at the different technical opportunities. On the other hand side, to train their employees and to learn more how it's working. And then they can have such like an insight in the different partner structures and plant to find out how it's running in a real industry scale.
Yes, yes. And also I think that you mentioned that you also provide a great network, since you're already partnering up with players not only from Lower Saxony, but from different, also from different areas in Germany, but also different industries, because it's not only just a fuel cell, right? It's thinking about how we can make use of the heat, how we can transport the hydrogen, maybe thinking of where the hydrogen is produced, so thinking of electrolyzation.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I think at the start you mentioned, oh, what if you come out from the southern part of Germany, not from the northern part of Germany? It's even easier because we have more Bosch plants in the southern part of Germany. So if someone want to see what we're doing there, you can visit some of our plants, and they are also open. Basically, we can show a few things. Yes, the campus has some special things because we have also, let's say, partners which you can't see in other sites. I mentioned them. Not everyone has a neighbor as a steel plant or a steel plant as a neighbor. Yeah, so this is a beauty for us. Because just yesterday, I think some of you have heard that, they got almost 1 billion euro for the project of Salzgitter to convert their plant from conventional, let's say fossil ground to hydrogen. So this is a 1 billion investment, and we're very proud that one of our partners is pushing the campus as well.
Yes.
So he contributes even more with this, let's say, things. Even that they look for their decarbonization.
Yes.
However, it's a partner.
Michael, Sabrina, we are over time.
Okay,
So
sorry.
let's just, with this great announcement, let's just end with the words, go hydrogen. Thank you so much for having you here on stage.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.